All right, hello, welcome. Today we're going to be ranking the flags of 197. I think that's right. Let me check. 197 sovereign nations. So that's the 192 UN recognized nations, with the addition, or is it 190? 193 UN recognized nations, with the addition of the two recognized nations that aren't UN members, which are Palestine and the Vatican City, or Vatican City, I should say, and two little fun ones. They are Taiwan and Kosovo. That's right. Those are not officially recognized states, but the maker of this tier list decided to include them, which is kind of nice. I didn't include any other. I decided against including any other non-sovereign nations that are still widely recognized, like Abkhazia and well, the one that I was kind of concerned about. Wait, let me just make sure I'm getting the name right. Yeah, Artsakh. Yeah, I feel like that one would have been a bit controversial, because I'm sure that's a very divisive flag design. By the way, none of what I say here reflects my opinions on any of these countries. I'm just going to be 100% rating just based on the flag. And yeah, so S through F. I'm not doing any funky, weird tiers or whatever. I know some people like doing that. No, I'm not trying to be clickbaity or anything. And as an added bonus, I'm gonna have to try and remember all of these country names. Luckily for me, all of these are in alphabetical order, but you may see me go back to the Wikipedia page that I had open. Yeah. Okay. So first off, let's start off with Afghanistan, the first country on the list, and this is their flag. If you haven't seen it before, yeah. So what do I think about the Afghanistan flag? Now you're gonna notice a commonality among all of these flag designs, and that's a lot of them have either 3 vertical stripes or 3 horizontal stripes. I'm not going to. I know it's a really basic thing to start commenting on, like, oh look, this flag has 3 vertical stripes, 3 horizontal stripes. It's like every other flag. Yeah, I mean that is true to an extent, and a lot of them are not very easily recognizable. Sorry, I wasn't actually putting it in C tier. But you know, I will take that into account. Obviously, like if a flag looks like it's unoriginal or whatever, I'll point that out, and I'll just say my thoughts on all these flags. So Afghanistan. What do I think about the Afghanistan flag? I think it's all right. I like the color choices. It's going to get docked some points for having a very complicated seal on the front. Although I will say the seal does look nice. There are some cases where it just doesn't fit the style of the design. But yeah. You know what? I think I am going to put it in C tier, because let's just start off with a C tier one, because it's not too bad. It's not too good. You know, it's pretty average. All right. Then we've got Albania. Now, the Albanian flag has this double-headed eagle thing, I want to say, on the front. And this looks like I don't know, like a promotional image for some sort of 80s uh, like movie about the medieval times or whatever. I don't know. It's like a like it's just bordering on the edge of being too complicated while also being very simple. And I don't know. I mean, it's very recognizable. That's what I'll say about this flag. I do think I like it better than the Afghanistan flag. It is a bit edgy, but well, it's definitely not the most edgy flag I've seen, and you'll see what I mean. I'm putting it in B tier. All right, next we've got Algeria, I believe. Yes, this is the Algerian flag, and we'll see a lot of flags with the crescent moon shape on them, some with the stars, some without. Actually, I think a lot of them have the star, but the star comes in various styles. The crescent moon is pretty much similar among all these. Um, I don't know. The colors are a bit Christmassy, which kind of, I mean, that's just a cultural thing. I'm sure it's not as common for people living in Algeria to think, oh, yes, this is, our flag looks too much like Christmas. Um, yes, so, I don't know. This flag doesn't really speak to me. I don't think I like it as much as the Afghanistan flag. I'm gonna be honest. I do like the seal. I know a lot of people complain about the complicated seals. Um, I like the seal on the Afghanistan flag. I'm gonna put this in D tier for now, and this is just gut instinct. Next we've got Andorra. Now Andorra uh, suffers from having a too complicated seal. Like what I like about the Afghanistan flag, and what's making me not like regret putting it in C tier is the fact that the seal is all white. With the seal being all white, it's sort of like I don't know, if you wanted to make that a really small like flag on something, you could just represent that with like a white circle or something. With this one, with the Andorran flag, you've got the issue of it having little tiny red stripes and little, I think there's like cows even on there. I can't really see from here, it's too small. And that's one of the problems. I think I'm going to just put this one in D tier. I don't really hate it. Um, although I think I'm going to put this in E tier for now, and I'll come back to why. Next, we've got Angola. Now, Angola's flag I do kind of like. I mean, it's again, it's kind of edgy, kind of like Albania's flag, but uh, like the design wise, this is really nice. Like a really nice flag. I know they're going with kind of safe colors, like gold and red and black. Black on red is a pretty safe bet, but I do kind of like this flag. It's a nice flag, maybe a bit violent, but I think this one gets a solid A tier. Next comes Antigua and Barbuda. Now, this one this one has a place in my heart. I love this flag. I really like this flag. I know it might be like kind of mellow, like I don't know, sappy. I don't know if that's the right word for it. Um, but you know, I like this flag. Like it has too many colors, sure. Maybe the graphic design isn't the best, but uh, I like this flag. I don't know. There's just something about it. I'm putting this one in S tier for now. Uh, I might move it down if I decide that there's too many flags that are going in S tier, but I just I like it. It has a nice charm to it. Next, we got Argentina. Uh, Argentina sort of suffers from what a lot of the South American flags suffer from, which is blue and white. And that's just kind of sad. But, it's what you expect. Um, get a lot of countries that are colonized by the same country, you sort of expect that their flags are going to look kind of similar. I don't know. Argentina is sort of just a little bit of a D tier for me, especially with that really complicated sun in the middle. I mean, it's not unpleasant to look at as much as the Andorran flag is. Um, but yeah, it's not my favorite. Next up, we've got this is Armenia. Armenia. By the way, it may take me a little bit to remember what the names of these countries are. That's just because I did not really study this beforehand too much. Now, Armenia, this is actually the first flag we're getting that doesn't have like a weird, complicated figure on it. It's just three stripes. I think for most of the three striped flags, unless I have some sort of a something like a connection or something like that that I can draw, I'm gonna just put them in C tier. They're like middle of the road. It's like the colors are all right. I can't really say much about the colors. Like if I see one that has really bad colors, I'll mention that and I'll probably put it lower. I mean, this is even doing it a little bit injustice. I think the bottom color of this flag is not representative of what the actual Armenian flag looks like. It's just the image that this person put into this list. So I'm gonna just put it in C tier. Next, we got Australia, and Australia starts what we call the Union Jack flags. These are flags where their defining feature is that the top left quarter of the flag is just the flag of the United Kingdom. I have opinions about the flag of the United Kingdom, and that's why it's going in D tier. It's not the worst of the Union Jack flags. Next, we've got Austria, which is often confused for Australia. Now, I was going to put this in C tier, but I do kind of like the colors they're going for. This flag looks very similar to the Latvian flag, but the Latvian flag I think has slightly worse colors because they're more faded. I kind of like this one. I mean, it's again, it's a three striped flag, so it's not gonna get above a B. But I'm gonna put it in B tier. Next up, we have Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan. This is the first one where I think I really kind of don't like the colors. Again, it's a three striped flag. It has a little crescent moon on the front. I'm not a huge fan of the colors, though. Not gonna lie. Like, I mean, it's literally RGB, and I don't know if this flag image is representative of what the actual colors are, but I don't think this color combination works very well. I think this one gets I like it less than the Argentinian flag, so I'm just gonna put it here in E tier. So far, no F tiers though. That's good. Next we got the flag of the Bahamas. I do like the colors of this one. Like it's kind of like sort of retro '90s style almost. You know, like those what are they? The Dixie cups. You know those ones with the wave patterns on them. That's what this reminds me of. And the Bahamas is a very tropical country, so it makes sense that they would have something like that. I don't know. I like it. I think I like it better than the Armenian flag or the Afghan flag. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. And this one is also the first one that has a triangle on the left, and we'll see a lot of those. Although this is a weird one because this one isn't an African country. Most of the flags that have that triangle on the left are an African country, which I don't know, just something to keep in mind. All right, next we have the flag of Bahrain. Yeah. Now this one we're going to see looks very similar to Qatar, but I think I like the colors on this one better. Again, it's a sort of Latvia, Austria type thing. Also, what's funny is that I think the Austrian flag is thinner than or sorry, it's less wide, I should say. It's it's more square than the Latvian flag, and I think that's the same thing with the Bahrainian flag and the Qatar flag. I think this one gets A tier. Why not? It's kind of unique. I like it. I think I like it better than the Austrian flag. Next up, we've got the flag of Bangladesh. Bangladesh. That's what it was. Bangladesh. This one very Christmassy again. This one isn't speaking to me as much. Not gonna lie. Bangladesh kind of has a bit of a lame flag. Like if this were the flag of Greenland, you know, like I like that circle on the Greenland flag. I don't like it on the Bangladesh flag though. It just kind of looks like someone, I don't know, accidentally. You know what this looks like? This looks like a zoomed in picture of like a an apple tree, like a fourth grader made an apple tree out of construction paper and cut out little circles for the apples because they don't know how to draw an apple. And this is like a zoomed in picture of that. I think I like it better than the. Well, no, this one's going E tier. I'm sorry. I can't. Barbados. Now, Barbados is kind of nice because it tells you what country it is without actually having the words of the country on it. And by the way, we are going to see a few that actually literally have the words, like the country name on them, you know. Yeah, Barbados. But, you know, Barbados, you get it? I like this flag. I do like this flag. I think I'm going to put it in. I like the colors. I like I like the trident. The trident looks nice. A tier. A tier, why not? Let's give it A tier. Next up we got Belarus. Belarus is one of the flags that has a little fancy pattern on the left. There are a few of these flags. This one is not my favorite colors. Again, I guess I say this about a lot of these, but Christmas reminds me of Christmas. You know, the red and green. Obviously, again, that's a cultural thing, but still, like, you know, I'm sort of sick of Christmas stuff, so I don't know. It's also kind of muted. I don't like that as much. Do I like it better than the Bangladesh flag? I think I like it better than the Bangladesh flag, just for the fact that it has the little funky pattern on the left. I like it. I kind of like that. I'm gonna put it in D tier. Actually, you know what? No, C tier, because I like that thing on the left, even though the colors are kind of crap. Next up, we've got Belgium. Belgium. Now, what this isn't showing, what this program here isn't showing, is that this flag is basically square. And I don't know, there's something about square flags that sort of, it's like you can't, it's like you can't pick between horizontal and vertical stripes. Like, already you're just a three-striped flag. But once you can't like decide between horizontal and vertical stripes, because when you have a square, it looks the same horizontally and vertically, you know? Like, there's no like direction. Like, this is the way the flag is supposed to be flown. Obviously, there is a way that the flag is supposed to be flown, but you could very easily, like, I don't want to make this flag into a tablecloth, you know? I don't want to make my flag into a tablecloth for a square table, I guess. So given that, I do like the colors. I'm going to put it in D tier, though, because I don't like the squareness of it. Next up, we've got No, nope. I almost said Bolivia. It's not Bolivia. This one is ba ba. Again, I'm trying to remember these on the fly. I didn't really. I mean, I kind of studied this beforehand, but not well enough apparently. This one is Belize. That's right, Belize, 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 Belize me. Um, I think I I'm I'm not buying this one. You know, like this just reminds me of the flag of Laos, except a little bit crappier in its proportions. Mm. And also, most of the time, they don't even include the seal on the flag. Like when you see it small like this, because you know this is a really complicated seal. Like it has multiple different colors. Uh, I'm assuming it's a nightmare to print. I'm sure flag makers don't even make it with the seal on it. Um, but yeah, Belize, Belize, Belize. You are getting an E tier. Sorry. And I am going to make some F tiers, by the way. I just haven't gotten to any of those yet. All right, Belize. Now we've got Benin. Benin. I don't know. This one's kind of boring. I do like that the one stripe is turned sideways. But again, it's sort of a situation of like, well, I can't really decide on whether to have vertical or horizontal stripes. You know? I want to say that this is a C tier because I do like it better than the square Belgian flag. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Bhutan. Bhutan, Bhutan. I kind of like the color. I like the colors on Bhutan's flag are kind of like different than every other flag. But then it's also got this dragon on the front, and I kind of like dragons. I do like dragons. I don't know. From a standpoint of making this clear, though, from a distance, like that's what you want from a flag is you want it to be clear from a distance. Like, hey, this is what our flag looks like. And I think actually this size that it's on at my screen is a good size because it's like this is what it would look like if I were looking at it from a distance. And I can tell, yeah, that's the Bhutan flag. It has the dragon on it. But also, I don't know. I do like this better than some of the ones with complicated seals on it because at least this isn't a seal, you know? It's just a dragon. And I like the cool dragon. It's kind of like the, what is it, the Welsh flag, I think? Where they have the two dragons or something. It's like a dragon and a. I don't remember. I think the Welsh flag has a dragon on it. But I think I'm going to have to put this in C tier just for being kind of a weird one. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really speak to me again. Next one. This one is Bolivia. I believe. I sure hope it is because if not, honestly, I'm not double checking any of these, so I may have just said a name wrong. That's possible. It's 100% possible. Yeah, so I guess that's, well, we'll have to live with that. Bolivia. Bolivia is a weird one because Bolivia's flag actually looks different from all of the other South and Central American flags. It looks more like an African flag than anything, actually. Uh, which is kind of weird. I'm not a huge fan of the African flags because they're all just kind of samey, a lot of them. But at the same time, I don't know. Bolivia's flag is just kind of eh. Like, it's like eh. Do I like it better than Belgium? Honestly, kind of not really. Again, it's 3 lines. The seal can be included or not. You know, it's just like I don't know. It's just not. Eh. D tier, D tier. I need to be quick with this. I have a lot of flags to get through. Okay. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Now, there are many things I could say about the Bosnian flag, one of which is I like this style. It is a nice style. I do genuinely like this flag, like for the style. I think it's a top tier flag. My only problem with it is that the stars are cut off. Why are the stars cut off? Why couldn't you just make the, like, stop at the, I mean, I'm sure that the number of stars has some sort of important significance to Bosnia or Herzegovina. Uh, so, I mean, that's not going to decrease my score very much, but it's getting an A tier. It's not going in S tier. It would go in S tier if it were. Actually, let me double check. I might be just spewing out of my ass. It is cut off, and like it's not just the ranking thing cutting that off. Where is it? Yeah, it's literally, it is cut off. You see the bottom star is cut off and the top star is cut off. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying. All right. Next up, we got Botswana. Botswana. I like this flag. It's better than most African flags, which is not saying much, but it's still better than most African flags. I don't know if I like it as much as Bosnia or Barbados. So I'm just going to put it in B tier, and I'm going to be happy with that. I like the colors. I like the proportions. It's a good flag. Brazil. Brazil. Yes, Brazil. Brazil gets B for Brazil. I mean, it's a good flag. I like the flag. I don't mind the seal on it because it doesn't. Well, first off, it doesn't say Brazil. It says like Progresso or something. I just know that because of this soup. Progresso is a brand of soup, right? I think so. Anyways, but it's like, anyways, that's completely unrelated. It's a seal that you can easily just change to be a blue circle if you wanted to, and it wouldn't change much about the flag. But I do like the diamond, and I like the colors. It looks nice. Next one is Burundi, I believe. No, no, no. Don't listen to me. This one is um this one is this. So we just had Brazil. This one is. I always forget this one. It's annoying because this country I rarely ever hear about. Bulgaria, Brazil. What comes before Bulgaria? Because this is Burkina Faso. This is Bulgaria. It's not Burundi, is it? Is this Burundi? Why is it before Bulgaria? No. No, that's Burundi. That's Burkina Faso. That's Bulgaria. This one is Bruh. Damn it, am I gonna have to look this up? I don't want to do that. Bru- Brunei, right? I'm gonna double check that that's right. Brunei. Yes, I was right. I'm so smart. Brunei. Uh, Sorry about that. My ego is too big. All right. What do I think of the Brunei flag? I like it. I think it's a B tier like Brazil. goes with Brazil. Yeah, colors are good. I like the tilted thing. I don't mind the seal on it because it's like it's kind of a cool art piece, and you don't really have to have it on there. You can just get rid of it, and it'll still be recognizable as the flag of whatever country that it was that I just said. I'm just kidding. Brunei. I'm gonna get that memorized at some point. I'm gonna have all of these flags memorized, and not just in alphabetical order. Bulgaria. This one's C tier. And I feel like Bulgaria doesn't have an excuse because Bulgaria should know culturally about Christmas, you know? And it's another Christmas flag. So, yeah, I don't know. They just scrape by with a C tier. I'm just at it. I mean, there's not much to say about it. The colors are all right. I mean, again, it's Christmassy, but the colors are okay. Actually, do I like this as much as Afghanistan? No, I don't like this as much as Afghanistan. I'm going to put it in D tier. Then we got Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is kind of boring. A boring flag. It has a star on it. Lots of flags have stars on them. A lot of them have 1 star. We'll see a lot of flags with 1 star on them. We've already seen a few. Actually, we've seen 3 so far that have 1 star on them. Actually, technically 4 if you count Antigua and Barbuda. E tier. Now, this one's a weird one. This one is, I already got this one. Burundi. Yeah, Burundi is a weird one. And I'm just going to say, I mean, that's pretty much it. This reminds me of the flag of Grenada for some reason. This one's another very Christmassy one. For some reason, lots of flags love having red and green and white. Yeah, I don't know. C, just because it's a little bit interesting. I definitely don't like it as much as anything on B tier. Yeah. Okay. Cambodia. Taking a leaf out of the North Korean book for some reason. Yeah, it's a weird flag, not gonna lie. It's a building. It's not a seal. That's at least good. It's just a white building on a kind of flag background. D tier, E tier, E tier. Next we've got Cameroon, I believe. Cameroon, yet another African flag that has just 3 stripes, and it has a star on it as well. Cameroon's flag is disappointing, I guess. I mean, like, could be better. There's not much else I can say about it. D tier. I like it better than Burkina Faso's flag. Canada. I do like the Canadian flag. As much as I rag on the Canadians, I'm just kidding. I don't actually rag on the Canadians, but I do like the Canadian flag. I think it's an A tier design. I mean, it's just a leaf on a flag. You can't get any more basic than that. But like, it's like, sorry, I shouldn't say basic. It's like simple but elegant. That's what I will say about the Canadian flag. And it's recognizable from a mile away. You see that flag coming and you know you're in Canada. Next up, we have got Cape Verde, or Cabo Verde, if you prefer. Cape Verde is kind of a decent flag, not gonna lie. I like it. It has nice colors. Again, I'm just gonna say that for all these flags that I like. I mean, that's all I can say really, because I'm not like a graphic designer or anything. I like colors. Some colors are good, some colors are not good. I don't know. Some colors work together, some don't. I do like that it's off center. I do like off center things apparently. Um, as mentioned with the Brunei flag. Do I like it as much as anything in A tier? That's the question. And to be honest, I think I do. I think this is an A tier flag. I like this flag. I do wish they didn't have those stars on the white stripe. Although, to be fair, I think that's sort of necessary for what they're doing. Yeah, so that's my opinion on Cape Verde. Cape Verde's flag, I should say. Again, none of these are representative of my opinions of these countries. Next, we've got the Central African Republic, and this has to be one of my least favorite flags. Just because, like, I don't know. It's not great. Not my favorite. F tier. I don't like that there's just a thing in the middle. Like, why is there a thing in the middle? Like, it's like you're looking at the flag, you're like, oh, I'm just looking. Wow, there's a little star there. I'm going across. Whoa. And then you just die, I guess. I don't know. It was kind of a weird choice. Yeah, Central African Republic, not a great flag. Next up, this one is Chad. Chad. That's right. This is Chad. What a name for a country. Chad's flag, C tier. Not much else to say about it. Chile. I kind of like Chile's flag. I think it's got a nice asymmetry about it. Not a bad asymmetry like you Central African Republic flag. Not an A tier flag though. It's probably a B tier. I'm gonna put it in B tier. China, everyone's favorite country. China. Let's see. China's what am I gonna put China in? Sorry about that, by the way. China. It's not an F tier. I was just putting it there for a moment. It's all right. It's not I don't know, C tier maybe. It's just a lot of red. Like with the Albanian flag, they sort of broke up the red with the black eagle, and I do like that black eagle design. With the Chinese flag, it's just red, and it's not even like a good like thing in the corner like in the Soviet flag. I like the USSR flag better than the Chinese flag. Right. Okay. Next up, Colombia. Colombia. Now, Colombia would get a B tier were it not for the fact that Ecuador's flag is literally the same. And so it's going in C. Cool. Comoros. Comoros kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, this flag is not great. Not as bad as the Central African Republic's flag. And I know that's probably going to spark a lot of debate. Post in the comments what your opinion is on the Central African Republic flag and why I'm wrong. Just increases interaction or whatever. All right. Yeah, it's not great. E. Congo, Democratic Republic of the. Yeah, Democratic Republic of the Congo. Kind of a weird flag for an African country because it's not following the traditional style of red, green, and yellow. stripes. Although, to be fair, that's kind of nice. I do like that. But I wouldn't say it's as good as some of the flags in A tier. So I'm going to put it in B for now. Next up, we've got Congo, Republic of the. Now, this one is okay, but it's not B tier, I wouldn't say. C tier. This one is Costa Rica. Costa Rica, which means rich coast. In Espanol. Yeah, so Costa Rica has an interesting flag, although I would say the one problem with it is the fact that it is very similar to another flag, which we're going to see in a bit. So, C tier, I guess. Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. It's just the Irish flag backwards. C tier. God, all right. This one is Croatia, I believe. Yes, Croatia. No. Yes, Croatia. Okay. I kind of like the Croatian flag. I like the color, like the vibrancy of the colors, and I do like the checkerboard pattern on the seal. I don't like the things above it though. It's not a C tier. I think it's a B tier, in my opinion. Next, we've got Cuba. Cuba. Cuba's flag is all right. It's okay. Nothing to write home about though. I like it better than stuff in C tiers. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Cyprus, yes, Cyprus. Woo! I hate the Cyprus flag. It's just the country on the flag. It's literally a picture of the country. Like, you can't get more lazy than that. Like, and the fact that this is not the only flag on this list where it's literally just a picture of the country is kind of concerning. Like, even the Antarctic flag decided to change because they realized that was a stupid design. So stupid. I don't know. This is an F tier flag. Just for that fact. Sorry. Czech Republic, Czechia, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's all right. C tier probably. Yeah. Denmark, C tier. I'm not going to say much about these flags anymore. The ones that I feel like are just kind of average, I'm not going to say too much about them. If it goes outside of C tier, I'm going to give an explanation. But if it's in C tier, it's like it's not really worth an explanation, I don't think. Next up after Denmark is Djibouti. Djibouti. Another weird African flag that like kind of breaks the mold. Looks very similar to the Czech Republic flag, I'm just noticing. But that's because a lot of these designs are not very unique. I mean, they're not as atrocious as like the United States state flags, but yeah, they're kind of a C tier. My favorite. Good old Dominica. Now, what can I say about the Dominica flag? It's interesting. A weird choice of background for sure. It's very similar to the Bangladesh flag in that regard. I do like the stripes, but the color choice is just so odd. Like, you can't see it here, but the parrot, this is a parrot by the way, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a parrot. It has it's green. It has a green wing and like purple head and body, and it's just so weird because it's like there's no purple anywhere else on this flag, so why would you make the body purple? Just make the whole thing green if you want or something. I don't know. And then on top of that, putting it on a red circle. I don't know. This is an F tier flag. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic has an okay flag. I mean, it's nothing. Again, nothing to write home about. I don't like it as much as the Panamanian flag, which looks very similar. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Ecuador. 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 What do I think about Ecuador? Oh, I'm putting it in C tier because I put Colombia in C tier, right? Because they look almost identical, except Ecuador has the seal on it, which actually makes it worse. I'm gonna put it in D tier, just for that. Egypt. Egypt's flag is pretty good. Yeah, B tier. I mean, again, I don't generally like seals on flags. Um, but this one's it's a nice color, and it's not that hard to simplify. Yeah. We just did Egypt, so this is El Salvador. El Salvador. Now, I would put this in C tier, but I think I'm going to put it in D tier just because of one thing, and that's the fact that you can't see it here, but this flag actually says the words El Salvador on the flag. If you need to write your name on your flag, then you've done something wrong. That's what I think. Next up, we've got Equatorial Guinea, which is a weird name for a country, but it is a country that exists. Equatorial Guinea, kind of like an African flag, except I don't think well, no, I think Equatorial Guinea is in South America, I want to say. D tier, it's not the best. All right. What comes next? That's a good question. I'm gonna have to figure out what country this is. Yay! Eritrea. There we go. We got it. We got it in the end. Eritrea. I don't know. Something about the triangle going all the way to the right kind of freaks me out. Like, maybe it's just because I've seen so many flags where like the triangle just stops halfway. Or in the case of Equatorial Guinea, it stops like a quarter of the way. That one's weird. I think I'm gonna put it in D tier with Equatorial Guinea for the same reason. Estonia. Estonia's flag is kind of nice. Yeah, I like it for the same reasons I like the but is that Botswana's flag? I'm forgetting the flag. I'm forgetting the country names already. Yeah, B tier. Eswatini or Swaziland, depending on how you call it. Eswatini. I do like the symbol in the center, but it is kind of complicated. B. B? Is B right? I don't know. No, C. I don't care. I can do what I want. Next up we have Ethiopia. This is the Ethiopian flag. It's kind of a weird star in the center. Like a lot of these flags have stars in the center, but this one decided to go with like the star that you draw in your notebook. When you're like in third grade and you think it's the coolest thing ever that you can draw a star. Yeah, D tier, not speaking to me. Fiji, Fiji. I hate the Fiji flag. This is going in automatic F tier because it's got the Union Jack and it's got a seal, which is like the worst seal possible. Not as bad as Niue. Niue? I think that's how you pronounce it. Which is not on this list, by the way. Thankfully for it, because I would go so hard on it. But instead of having this blue background, it has a piss yellow background, which is yeah. Finland.